Senior night.
We're used to that. Okay, we're back streaming again on the Varsity side. So you know.
So senior night here in Williamsburg. So they're announcing their seniors.
Change the resolution. Why would I want to do that?
Son of Jerica, Dietrich, and T.J. Wilson. Trayton has been a member of the Raider basketball program for 4 years. Trayton was forced into a managerial role due to injury, which required surgery after our first game of the season. Trayton has also been involved with football for 4 years and track for 3 years.
Sound like that choppiness.
You think it's that cord?
No, it's
Oh no, I'm using the other cord tonight.
no. I'm talking about. I had to change the video configuration again. And
the next senior is Zach Litwell. He's accompanied by his parents Mike and Liz Litwell. Zach has been a member of the Raider basketball program for 4 years. In addition to playing basketball, Zach has been involved with baseball for 2 years, soccer for 4 years, and choir and show choir for 4 years.
Try another setting.
Involved in the vocal group in harmony for the past 2 years. Zach is planning on studying plant science at either Iowa State or another university where he plans to
What are you doing?
pursue a soccer career.
Play the settings.
For 3 years. Outside of school, Jack has been involved in the Knights of Columbus and Catholic Church Youth Group. This past fall, Jack completed an internship with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders with the sports marketing department, where he was able to work game nights as well as sponsoring some site visits.
I don't like that either.
To attend a 4-year college to pursue football and baseball and will study sports management. We wish them well with their future endeavors. Please give these seniors one last round of applause.
That looks better. Maybe not. I think I'm going to call in now and just do a check. Hey, Jimmy Stale. No, this is the communication line. Yep, I'm gonna call you on the 800 line now. Okay, I'm not gonna go on the radio here for about another probably 7-8 minutes. I just want to get this, make sure it works. That's why I'm doing it early. Yeah. Yeah, everything's good on our end. Yep. I'm calling on the 800 line right now. Can you hear it on that? Should be have a good voice signal. Yeah, you hung up on the communication line. You hung up on the communication line. Well, is it still? Okay, well, it's still showing connected. Okay. All right. Now just. All right. Okay, the Watts line will be the game channel. The local line will be the communication back to me. Hopefully you're hearing this loud and clear this time. Quit hanging up on me. I'm here, but so who just hung up the Watts line? This is okay. This the low. Okay. I don't know why we're so difficult with this stuff. Hasn't changed. I think we never did this before. Okay, now I got to call you on the Watts line for the game channel. Don't hang up on the local line because that's how you're going to talk to me. Okay. Okay. The 800 line game channel. You should be able to hear me really good, right? But you're going to have to. You got it? Does it sound good this time? Does it sound good? Not for another probably 5 minutes, but does it sound really good? A lot better than what it ever has? not for another 2 more minutes yet. You can't hear me? Another at least 2 minutes. Hey, Jimmy. I'm going to tap the phone. Tell me if you hear a tap back there. You hear it? Is there any, you hear any tapping? Then we should be good. That should take out the crowd noise and all that problem. Because it wasn't turning off the speakerphone.
Oh.
No. That's because we had a wrong plug. You watching them warm up, Chad, so you know who to talk about?
Actually,
the guy in the gray?
I thought their initial warm-ups were pretty poor. One guy was down here, they were doing passes, and one guy was doing it like a shot put. He was practicing his shot put throws. Right here, you spin around and throw them like.
Well, he's trying to show off for Nathan.
I'm like, their coaches must not care.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
That just struck me funny that for a varsity game, the guy's doing that.
Let's see if Caden can. Sure. Yep.
Led by number 5, Caden Wetchen.
And welcome to Williamsburg, Iowa, where the 15-2 I think they're number 3 still, Maquoketa Cardinals in 3A. Here on the road in Williamsburg, Iowa, to take on a 5-14 Williamsburg Raiders in the Williamsburg gym. And joining me tonight, I'm Dale Scott. Along with me is Chad Coakley. And Chad, we made the long trek over here. It's one of the longest trips in the WAMAC, and saw a few accidents, remnants from yesterday.
I'm going to be honest with you, Dale. I really didn't think the trip was that long.
For everybody who doesn't know, Chad slept through more than half of it, but
pretty quick trip for me.
But it was a long trip because I stayed awake. But
yeah,
anyway,
there was a lot of semis turned over in the ditch and stuff from the weather. And
anyway, with this weather, Chad, it's just been a crazy, what, 5 weeks now?
Yeah.
That reschedule, make up, cancel, reschedule, make up, and oddly enough, this is actually an original game on the original schedule that's going to get played.
Yeah. Last Friday night game of the year, regular season game anyway.
And then, but the problem has been practice time for the Cardinals, and it seems like ever since this weather phenomenon has hit, it's kind of taken a hit on the actual boys Cardinals team. Is they're 1-2 in their last 3 games, including their last game out Monday night up at Dyersville. Beckman coming out of there with a 6-point loss.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it. The other part of it, I think, is you get on these streaks, and we've been a part of 2 of them this year. One in football, now in basketball. One was a losing streak and one was a winning streak. But either way, there gets to be a lot of pressure on the kids, right? It's the longer a streak goes on, either way. I think you just play tighter, and there's pressure on you and wanting to keep that streak. Well, in the basketball case, keep it going. In the football case, it was end it. But both equally tough, and I think that kind of maybe wore on the kids a little bit too.
Well, that and conditioning. The defensive aggressiveness hasn't been there the last few games. And Coach Hartman said that, and worked on in practice as well yesterday, that's what we need to get back to, is playing with that energy, that heart, that determination that we had for the first 14 games, and get back into the way we were playing.
And I don't want to make excuses, but I do think, I know in the last game at least one kid was under the weather but played through it. You're getting in that time of year where you get a lot of illnesses too, so I think we've had a little bit of that too, and none of the kids are making excuses and the coaches aren't mentioning any of that, but I think there has been some of that going on too. So,
well, we'll take our first break here and send it back for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals boys basketball on KMAQ. Do two. Is that sounding good? Two. Is that sounding really good now? All right, good. It was that plug that he had on the other end of that. We got to do that Deary thing here coming up, the keys to the game.
do we have some?
I'll just make them on the fly.
Okay.
I'll do one, you do one, and then I'll do the last part of the read and send it back.
Why don't you do one, then I'll do one, then we'll send it back to you.
Okay, people online can still hear you.
I know, that's why I did it.
All right, so during commercial breaks, we can be funny.
Yeah.
To get it out of our system. Because I think tomorrow night we're going to be some funnies.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like funny haha?
Funny here to amuse you.
You think I'm funny?
Like a clown? And back here, Williamsburg, and like Williamsburg, we said earlier, comes in a 5-14 record, averaging 42.2 points per game, only 20.3 rebounds per game. Meanwhile, the Maquoketa Cardinals at 15-2, averaging 64.2 points per game, and with 30.4 rebounds per game. And one of the things, I guess, Chad, that when you come and play teams, we haven't seen Williamsburg yet. They're in the West, so you only see them this one time. You won't probably see them unless by some chance they make a run here coming up in the tournament and see them down the line. But it's kind of hard to scout them because I don't think, they haven't played a heck of a while lately either.
No, it's coaches get to watch the huddle films and things like that, but yeah, you're not used to the names. You don't know the kids like some of our local rivals. And
their last game out, they played Wednesday night. They actually got a game in on Wednesday.
On Wednesday too.
Yeah, they played Benton here in Williamsburg.
Oh, I did see that.
And were defeated by Benton 80-71. Prior to that, they played on Monday against Independence here at Williamsburg and won that 67-64. And speaking of Independence, that's going to be our district opener in Maquoketa. Was that next Monday?
Week from Monday, yeah. Week from Monday, yeah. That'll be Monday. That'd be the 18th, I believe, in Maquoketa. So there'll be 2 games that night in Maquoketa of first round of the playoffs. So Maquoketa will be playing the late game that night.
Yep. Solon versus DeWitt will be the first game on that Monday night. We'll have both games on KMAQ. So we'll get our DeWitt patrons taken care of for a game, and then Maquoketa, and then whoever wins those 2 contests will match up later in the week.
And if you are planning on going that night, make sure you get there early because I'm expecting a packed house. But if you can't make it, make sure you tune in and listen to us on KMAQ.
That's right. So that'll bring us time for our keys to the game, brought to you exclusively by Brad Deary Motors in downtown Maquoketa. Stop in to see them, and they will put the keys to a new or used vehicle in your hands. And I guess, the first key I would think of. It's a good thing I didn't write any on my notes here because the
dark.
lights just went out for introductions. But I guess the first thing is that the Cardinals need to get back to being the Cardinals. Get back to the aggressive defense, causing turnovers, hitting the open player for the open shot, and not knocking them down. Chad,
I agree.
do you think?
Mine kind of feeds off that. I'd say my key to the game is you need to get, every team has their guys, and you've got a couple guys that kind of lead you, and we need those guys to step up. So you want your leading scorers to be getting into their prime form again as you head into the playoffs. So I'm looking for our scorers to score.
Well, those are our keys to the game, just brought to you by Brad Deary's Motors in Maquoketa. We'll get set for the tip-off after this message from Brad Deary Motors. They're going to turn the lights back on when we start the game, right?
I hope.
I can't see anything.
The Cardinals have a record of 15 wins and 2 losses and are currently in first place in the East and in the one-half overall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineups. First for the Cardinals, at guard, 8'5" senior, number 2, and for the Raiders, at guard, 8'11" senior, number 2, Zach Littler.
And back here, Williamsburg getting the starting lineups introduced. For Maquoketa, we had Kane Kopp, senior. And for Williamsburg, number 2, Zach Litwiller. For Maquoketa guard as well, Connor Becker, number 3. For Williamsburg, number 5, Caden Wetjen. Next up for the Cardinals is number 11, Macklin Shanahan. For the Raiders, number 21, Draven Williams. For the Cardinals, number 15, Caden Atienza. For Williamsburg, number 22, Clayton Thurm. And finally for the Cardinals, number 21, A.J. Becker. And for Williamsburg Raiders, number 44, Jack Deegan. As it is senior night here in Williamsburg, so they're starting some of their seniors, but right now we'll step away for the national anthem and return after these messages. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball in KMAQ.
Your officials for tonight's game are Mike Valentine, Chris Terracuna, and Shay McMurray. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, Jimmy, we're ready anytime. Okay. And back here at Williamsburg, both teams finishing up the huddles after the national anthem. And Chad, that really, I kind of had to pay attention there during lineups because it is senior night and they are starting some guys that normally don't start as
yeah, that'll throw you off a little bit, won't it?
So I was trying to, that's why I went a little slow there, trying to pay attention. Going to have Caden Atienza jumping center against Draven Williams. And waiting for the officials to get set. Got to get one jersey tucked in and Williamsburg player. Now it's set. And the tip's going to be controlled. That's going to go out of bounds off of Williamsburg's Jack Wiegand. Well, and the official motioned the wrong direction.
Yeah, he did.
Caught his mistake. So the Cardinals will inbound in front of the Williamsburg bench. Cardinals will be going from our left to right. Williamsburg right to left.
Yeah, there was really no question on that call. It was definitely out on Williamsburg.
Kane Kopp now gets it over to Connor Becker, swings it over to A.J. Becker, quickly loads up a long three. It's a little off to the right. Ball being tipped and round. Going to be controlled by Connor Becker right here down below us. And he's going to lose it off the steal by Caden Wetchen, the Raiders' leading scorer, lays it up for an early 2-0 lead.
That was a long attempt by A.J.
Well,
25 feet.
I like the aggressiveness, looking for a shot early. Get out of that funk.
Get a feel for it.
A.J. now swings it back over top. Connor Becker or to Kane Kopp. Looks like they're having to play against a 2-3 defense. Trying to dump it down into Atienza. Not able to get control of it. And it's going to go out of bounds and go to the Raiders. Raiders to inbound. Kane Kopp's going to give that token full court pressure already. Wetchen gets it up over across half court, gives it over to Wiegand. Back to Wetchen. Caden Kopp is drawing this defensive assignment on Wetchen as the Cardinals are in a little bit of like a 2-3 matchup zone.
Macklin with a good anticipation there.
You know, Macklin jumped the passing lane as Draven Williams had popped out on the far wing and knocks it out of bounds. Williamsburg will inbounds at that point. Get it in the backcourt to Wetchen. He'll reset for the Raiders. Williams comes off a screen down low, looks cross court, quick pass to the left corner over to Zach Litwiller. Now they reverse it, it's over on the far right, back on top to Wiegand. Down low to Thurm, has it blocked by Caden Atienza. And I'm gonna say last touch by Atienza, it'll stay Raider ball underneath their own basket.
So Thurm's going to Iowa to play football.
What position does he play?
Walk on as an offensive lineman.
He's got some decent size on him.
Yeah, he does. He's big.
Not a tall kid, but
6'5", I think they said.
Wetchen in the middle, stops, misses everything. Rebounded by Connor Becker. Kane Kopp now on the offensive end. Cross-court pass over to Connor Becker. Back on top, AJ at the top of the key. Connor gets it on the swing pass on the left angle, knocks it down for three. That'll give the Cardinals their first lead at 3-2 with 6 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. Well, the leading scorer for the Raiders is Caden Wetchen, number 5. He averages 13 points a game. So far he's 0 for 1, takes one in the corner from 3. No good, rebounded by Macklin. Quickly ahead, Kane Kopp on the drive. Layup was too high off the glass, but Macklin Shanahan cleans up on the offensive rebound and just lays it back in for the 2.
Yeah, early analysis, I'd say we're a little more athletic than they are.
Williams gets it on top to Wiegand. Back over to Williams, almost lost it out of bounds, but able to corral it before it did go out on him. Now it's just Wiegand and Williams playing catch on the far right side. Macklin guarding Williams. Now Litwiller comes out, takes the ball, drives the lane, gives it off to Thurm. It's on the ground, picked back up by Litwiller. Backs it out and just throws it in the corner to Williams. Caden Atienza comes out and tries to steal it from Litwiller, but in the attempt to try and run and dribble at the same time, the ball kind of got away from him, up around his head, and ends up hitting out of bounds. It'll go out of bounds to Williamsburg.
That was a nice play for a big man playing up top on defense.
That was kind of a hard one to call there. Got me almost tongue-tied. Tongue-tied, not twied. Tied, twied. Raiders to inbound, gets it into Wetjen. And almost had it poked away by Kane Kopp. Now gets it over to Levi Weldon, who's checked into the game, along with number 4, Ryan Cavett, who are normal starters for the Raiders. Cavett now trying to drive on A.J. Becker.
They're really having trouble getting shots up here against us.
Not getting any kind of separation from the Cardinal defense. Kane's just begging Wetjen to take the three. Misses completely.
Took it flat-footed, too.
Almost playing off of him. A.J. stops and pops from 3. No good. Macklin Shanahan rolling down the lane. Gets the offensive rebound, but his momentum took him where he stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and the Raiders will inbound in the front backcourt. So I like the aggressiveness of A.J. looking for that shot early tonight. He hasn't done that in a few games, and
this is one of my keys to the game.
That's right.
You need your scores to score. Can't score if you don't shoot.
Chad knows how to.
And that's Chad Cook.
Chad knows how to get them Brad Deary Motors keys to the game on target.
He got to deliver like Brad Deary Motors.
Williams, meanwhile, gets it out to
Big
third.
guy takes a 3.
Takes a 3 up from the right corner. No good. Rebounded by Williams, and the putback turnaround's up and good from the baseline, about 8 feet out.
That Williams looks like an athletic kid to me. He's active. A.J. drills a 3.
A.J. finally gets one to go down from the right angle. 3-pointer. A.J. Becker is now 1 of 3 on the evening. Cardinals not wasting any time getting it off the court and into the offensive sets, that's for sure. Nicholas Alinger is checked in the game along with Nathan Waters. And we're going to have a first foul call, I think, here on Nicholas Alinger for a block. And going to actually give him with the little push on the arm. Thurm will check out. Number 15, Austin Burns, will replace him for the Raiders. Wetjen pops out the 1-4 alignment and gets the inbound pass. Now over to Burns on the right wing. Gives it back out to Weldon. Cavett in the far right corner. Back out to Weldon. Wetjen will take control of it on the left angle, drives the lane, dishes it back to Williams, puts it on the ground for a dribble, still is able to get the shot up and good. And that'll make it 8-6 Cardinals with 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Cardinals back quickly. King Kopp, cross-court pass into the far left baseline for A.J. Becker. 3-point no good. Rebounded by Weldon. Raiders trying to run. Austin Burns with the layup. The attempt is going to be no good. He's got defensive effort from A.J. Becker. Macklin Shanahan quickly on the other end. Takes it to the hoop and gets fouled on the way for a layup attempt. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Macklin's first foul shot's no good. Atienza will head to the scores table, check back in. Nathan Waters will head to the bench. Meanwhile, Macklin Shanahan shooting 62% on the season from the charity stripe. And his second is up and good. So that'll make it 9-6 Cardinals. 2:18 to go in the first quarter here from Williamsburg. Weldon at the top of the key, gets over to Wetjen on the left wing. Tries to go cross court. It's got deflected by Kane Kopp, but Weldon is able to meet Nicholas Alinger at where the ball came down and got it back and drives hard down the lane right into Macklin Shanahan. Looks like Macklin might get his first foul of the game, and that is the call for a block. So Levi Weldon will head to the line to shoot 2 for the Raiders. And misses the first. Weldon's a 62% free throw shooter on the season.
Nice gym they have here in Williamsburg, isn't it, Dale?
Yeah, it has a little bit of, we were talking about when we came, Cascade look to it, a little bit sunken in, and it has the big windows on the ends.
Yeah. Kind of a little similar to Maquoketa's too, but not as much seating, I wouldn't say.
A.J. Becker quickly back the other way, lines it up for 3 again. Weldon had made the second free throw. Cardinals inbounded, where Raiders didn't get back defensively and pick up on A.J., and A.J. just stopped, popped, and drilled it. And that'll lead to a Williamsburg timeout with 1:51 to go first quarter. Cardinals up 12-7. We'll send it back for station break. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals boys basketball on KMAQ. I think A.J. Yeah, just one. I think A.J. might get 30 tonight. He's got that eye of the tiger look. Only 52 watching? Where y'all at? Where you peoples at? There we go. How'd we turn it over? And back here at Williamsburg, and missed a three-point shot by Gabe Schlaubaugh that just checked in the game for Williamsburg from the left corner, and the ball was out of bounds off of a Cardinal. Williamsburg inbound underneath their own hoop. Clayton Wydell has checked in the game for the Cardinals. Caden Etienne heads to the bench. Ball gets inbounded to Austin Burns. Going to dribble to the right, over to Schlaubaugh. He'll give it back to Burns on the right corner. He'll dribble up to the top. Gets it over to Cavett as A.J. Becker got a hand on it, but wasn't able to get the ball to go in his direction. Chad, the Cardinals are really overplaying these these passing lanes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're being aggressive in every passing lane and just biting on it, trying to be like a defensive back to intercept. Schlaubaugh turns it over in the corner off a trap. Cardinals now with possession. Shanahan stops, twirls. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Cavett.
Williamsburg's really having trouble getting shots off even against this thing. And passes, really.
Yeah.
Nothing's really.
Hasn't been a fluid offense yet for the Raiders, but still only 12-7.
No, it seems like we've really kind of controlled the game, but
Thurm gets the post position down low and throws up a half turnaround jump hook and off the glass and buries it. A.J. quickly with the step back from 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound Weldon.
Macklin's going to get another one.
Yeah. Macklin's going to get one at half court, not a smart foul. Sometimes you can be too aggressive, I guess. It's 4 team fouls on the Cardinals. Williamsburg still with only 1. So Schlaubaugh will inbound it from across the way from us here at midcourt. Burns now has it in possession for the Raiders. Picks up his dribble, has to get rivet to Weldon. Weldon drives, throws a prayer up off the glass. It goes in, and he's going to get the foul and go to the line to shoot to complete a 3-point play.
He's going to put Macklin back in. Oh, put him in trying offense to get the last shot here with 11 seconds to go.
Yeah,
so
Clayton.
Good strategy by Coach.
Clayton Wydell with the foul for the Cardinals. Still in utter disbelief that what Weldon threw up there went in.
Yeah, I am too. Oh, missed the free throw.
Missed the free throw, rebounded by Connor. Down to 8 seconds left. Kane Kopp now bring it up court. Off to Macklin Shanahan. Back up to Caden Etienne. Over to Kane Kopp. Takes a deep 3. Buries it at the buzzer to make it at the end of 1, 15-11 in favor of the Cardinals here from Williamsburg. We'll send it back to the studio for word from our sponsors. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals boys basketball on KMAQ. Let's go 2. Yep. So Chad and I can do huddle talk. What's he talking about, Chad? Oh, you have it on the scoreboard, don't
I'm
you?
on the scoreboard right now, but I can get down there.
So I'm sure he's saying I was told we're not stopping at that McDonald's on the way back in West Branch.
Straight back because we play tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll stop and eat. Get home tonight. Get to bed.
Because Dale and Chad told us that McDonald's over in West Branch takes about 45 minutes to get an order, and I can't imagine a team of us off a bus going in there.
No,
we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll just have to stop and we'll have to just head to our gym and play West Delaware by the time we get out of there.
Tomorrow night's game's at 6, right? Varsity
6 p.m. Yep, 6 p.m. varsity game.
Girls play at 1:30 tomorrow.
And back here at Williamsburg, getting ready to start the second quarter. 15-11 Cardinals. Williamsburg to inbounds. Wetjen back into the game, has the ball. Kane Kopp picks up a dribble. Kane's all over him, and he's able to get it off to Weldon. Drives the lane, finds Thurm. And Nicholas Alinger got tied up with Thurm down there. He's going to get called for the foul.
That's his second, isn't it?
That is his second. He's got 2. Macklin's got 2. Macklin is back on the bench. So like you said, Chad, that was for the end of quarter strategy.
Yeah, yep, get him in there, try and get something set up on offense.
Weldon now to Wetjen, back to Thurm, and it's knocked away by Connor Becker off of Cardinals. It'll stay Raider ball underneath their own basket.
Seems to be their game plan here in the last few possessions is trying to work it down to Thurm down low. He's using that football body that he's got there to gain
He's going to get the inbound pass. He's going to kick it back out top to Wetjen, drives the lane, does a turnaround. Iron's unkind to him, but the rebound by Draven Williams down low. His putback's no good. Now we're going to have a push. As see what number they're going to call. I think it's on Wetjen. It is of Williamsburg. That'll be his first personal foul as he pushed Caden at the ends in the back going up for the rebound.
Now it's, it feels like we've been in control the whole game, but it's only 15-11.
I know, right? Not making me feel good. Meanwhile, Connor Becker way on top gets the lead pass from Nicholas Alinger as Williamsburg came out in a little bit of full court press, and Connor takes it straight up. It gets fouled by Thurm on the arm, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Connor's first free throw is nothing but net. Macklin Shanahan will check back in. Connor shooting 60, almost 70% at the free throw line. Misses the second. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. We might have got away with one there because it looked like Caden's hand reached over the top. They didn't call him for a foul, but then it looked like he's the one who hit it out of bounds, but they're going to give it back to the Cardinals to the dismay of Williamsburg. Inbound play. Macklin Shannon over to A.J. Becker in the right corner. Knocks it down for 3. 3 for 5 from three-point range for A.J. in the first half here tonight. Makes it 19-11, 7 minutes to go with the second quarter. Williamsburg on the offensive end. And Weldon has it, working on Connor Becker, or to Cavett in the far right corner against A.J. Becker. Back on top is Burns with Kane Kopp in defense. And almost a steal by A.J. as they're still going after that passing lane. A.J. reaches around, almost poked it away from Cavett again, but it's going to go out of bounds off of A.J. Williamsburg will have to throw it in from the worst part in the whole place to do an inbounds pass, actually in the corner on the sideline. He's able to get a bounce pass into Williams in the post. Williams tries to kick it back out. It's going to go saved by Cavett. It didn't stayed established in the front court and able to tap it back to keep possession. That was. Meanwhile, Weldon's going to try and drive the lane. Kane Kopp's going to come up with a big steal. Going back the other way, Connor Becker spotted up on the right wing. Three-pointer just short off the iron. Connor with the rebound. And Macklin Shannon with a quick dish over to Caden Atienza on the far post. And Williamsburg, Draven Williams had to hold him for the foul. So now the Cardinals have to inbound underneath their own basket. A.J. Becker from the left. He was almost out of bounds when he shot that three over there and still knocks it down. So now the Cardinals have doubled them up. It's 22-11, 6:05 to go first quarter, or second quarter.
I think the last couple games he's faced some tough defensive matchups too, and tonight he's getting some more looks.
Caden Atienza is able to knock the ball away from the Raiders. Macklin Shanahan headed back the other way. He lays one up that doesn't go down, but he's going to go line, shoot two, as he was fouled by, you're going to call it on Ryan Cabot. Be his first, team's fifth. And Shanahan, who's 1 of 2 at the line tonight, go back, shoot 2 more, knocks down the first. Raiders making some changes as Zach Litwiller comes back in, along with Caden Wetjen. Shanahan now attempting his second free throw, rattles it in. And it's now 24-11 with 5:50 to go until halftime here from Williamsburg. Cardinals on top.
Now it feels a little bit more like how we've been playing or how this flow of this game is going.
Yeah, it does. They do seem. I got a cough. Dear Lord. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, what happened there, Chad, is I was having a little coughing fit. Williamsburg turned it over, it looks like.
He went to drive, and, ball went out of bounds off his leg. I think A.J. knocked it, and it went off.
So the Cardinals in possession. King Cop, A.J. Becker looking sharp. Misses this time from 3 from the right baseline. And they're going to say it's out of bounds. Going to be off Williamsburg. Cardinals to inbound.
Yeah, I think Connor got away with one there, too. He knows it. He jumped up and was the last one to touch that.
Well, it's been a while since we've been getting some calls, so we'll take them. So Kane Kopp now on the offense. A.J. Becker is looking aggressive tonight. Short on this three-point attempt. Rebound by Wetjen. And Wetjen drives the lane, and Kane Kopp was right there for the charging foul. Wetjen with the offensive foul. Turns it back over to the Cardinals. That'd be Wetjen's third personal, so that's Raiders' leading scorer already in foul trouble here in the first half. 5 minutes and 8 seconds left until halftime.
Yeah, it was a call I think could have went either way. Or actually, to me, it looked like maybe a no call. But
A.J. Becker just looking to score. Pump fakes, takes one step to the right on the dribble, knocks down another three. He's 5 of 9 from three-point range here in the first half with 15 points on the game. Meanwhile, Weldon having troubles over there with Connor Becker is able to get control of it to Litwiller. Draven Williams comes down the line, fumbles it off his leg and goes out of bounds to the Cardinals. Williamsburg's going to take a timeout and have to talk about it. 4:37 to go until halftime. Cardinals up 27-11 here from Williamsburg. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Let's do 2 again. We're going to knock all these out before halftime. Hey, Tanya, you want to come on at halftime and give your opinion on radio? 66 people now watching, Chad. They're starting to slowly matriculate back in again. And back here at Williamsburg, Cardinals just getting set to inbound the ball with 4:37 to go until halftime, holding a 27-11 lead. Kane Kopp will bring it up court. Over to Connor Becker. A.J. Becker from the left corner. Stops, gives it out to Kane Kopp at the top, back to Connor. Connor will give it back to Kane. Now A.J. comes to the near side. And he's going to do a step back three, and it's going to be short. He wanted a foul on the play. Not going to get one, but Nathan Waters with the hustle on the offensive rebound is able to keep possession for the Cardinals. Macklin Shanahan's going to get a look at a three, and nothing but the bottom of the net. So the three ball is raining down for the Cardinals here in the first half, Chad.
Yeah. They've taken a lot of them.
Draven Williams has his pocket almost picked by Macklin Shanahan. Instead, Macklin's going to pick up his third.
He's got an update from the girls' game. End of the first. Maquoketa's trailing 8-6.
Low scoring affair, huh? As they're playing Marion. That's actually pretty good because they're playing
Marion.
They're playing Marion, #1 team in the 4A.
That's a really good score then.
Marion actually suffered their first loss this week. They lost to, I think it was Iowa City West girls. But Iowa City West is #1 in 5A.
Yeah, they've been knocking off some teams, I know, in the last couple weeks. But hopefully the Maquoketa girls keep it going. It's
13-5 going in.
Great effort in the
tonight.
first quarter. Yeah, they're having a great season.
We'll be covering them tomorrow afternoon as they play in the DeWitt Middle School gym. That ought to be interesting. We'll see how it happens tonight against Marion, but if they were to upset Marion and beat DeWitt tomorrow, the Cardinals would be all alone second place in the WAMAC East. As the only team other than Marion ahead of them is DeWitt, and they basically have the same record right now. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, after the free throw by Williamsburg, got on offense. Connor Becker with control as Burns.
Ball looks slick right now.
AJ is going to get another look for a deep three. Nothing but net. Assist from Kane Kopp. Might be wet because AJ is making it rain in here. We have a offensive foul on the other end for a push.
They're getting frustrated.
It's Austin Burns. Be his first, team 7th. Nicholas Ehlinger's checked back in. Connor Becker will get a break. And it's 33-13 Cardinals, 3:10 to go until halftime. A.J. Becker leading the way with 18 points. Going to line up for another one, it looks like. Yep, drop back, step back, knocks it down. You can't contain him. You can only, or I was going to say, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Now we got an elbow being thrown by the Williamsburg. Number 22. Clayton Thurm. Be a personal on him. Cardinals go to the line to shoot 1-on-1 after making the three-point play. So possibility of a 5-point possession down here for the Cardinals, Chad, with 2:59 to go.
Not a common play.
No, you don't see that very often. Away from the ball. Atienza misses the front end of it. Draven Williams will get the rebound. Thurm now working down low. Going to throw an elbow on Nathan Waters. Nathan goes down. Offensive foul, Thurm. And that's going to be quickly his third personal. I can see why he's a football player.
Yeah.
He's aggressive. So he'll have to head to the bench with his third foul and join Caden Wetchen over there with 3. Cardinals to inbound. Kane Kopp over to Nicholas Ehlinger. AJ just wants that ball. You can tell the way he's trying to get work to get open. Weldon's trying to guard him. He's just running around screens. Kopp tries to get down in the post to Nathan Waters, but it's knocked away by Draven Williams.
Nope, he throws it away.
Yep, got a little fancy on the dribble as he stopped trying to play point guard and threw it right out of bounds.
Litweiler made a cut and he threw it to where Litweiler was.
Cardinals now back on the offensive end to our right. A.J. Becker now working on Weldon, just spins right away from him, heads to the baseline, has it poked away from behind. Litweiler come away with the ball.
Maquoketa in their away reds looking sharp tonight. Red with the black trim.
And see who got that. Williamsburg just scored a layup.
I think it was 24.
That'd be Levi Weldon with the layup. And Nicholas Ehlinger is going to get called for a travel as he took possession and didn't get the ball down in time.
little update on the girls' score: 16-8, Marion.
Okay. Still very respectable. Don't slouch on the Cardinal girls. 13-5, been playing well of late. Cardinals here, meanwhile, with 1:38 left until halftime, up 36-15. Weldon's going to get a look at a three from the left wing. It's going to be rebounded by Nicholas Alinger. Quickly up ahead to AJ. He's going to stop pop from about 24. No good. Nathan Waters with the offensive board, but loses it to Litweiler as he couldn't totally get the grasp on it. And with 1:12 left until halftime, looks like the Raiders might try and slow it down a little bit, work some clock. Cavett has it against AJ at top screen. He's going to drive the lane, try to throw one up. Kane Kopp's going to pick up the second charge of the first half as Cavett ran him over, and Kane was just hanging out down by the baseline and happened to be in the right place at the right time. Macklin Shanahan back in. Caden Atienza will take a break. So now we got Nicholas Alinger, Macklin Shanahan, Kane Kopp, AJ Becker, Nathan Waters on the court for the Cardinals. Cavett, Schlaubaugh comes back in for the Raiders along with Burns, Williams, and Litwiller for the Raiders. Shanahan to bring it up court. Cavett will pick him up man-to-man defense at half court. Cardinals going to get into their motion offense. Nathan back over to AJ. Pump fakes, drives, gets some space. Going to get called for the offensive charge on the push. Trying to create space, but created too much and sent the Raider sprawling a little bit to get the call. It's AJ's first personal. It's the team 8th. But being an offensive charge call, you don't get free throws out of that. So 36-15, 47 seconds to go till halftime now here from Williamsburg. Williams going to get trapped. AJ almost had the pass intercepted. Litwiller pump fakes, tries to drive down the lane. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be last touch by Kane Kopp, they say. Possession will stay with the Raiders down off the far baseline. Burns to throw it in. Finally gets it in to Cavett. He'll give it off to Litwiller. Stops at the free throw line, gives it off to Schlaubaugh. Schlaubaugh calls out a new offensive play. Williams will pop out on the right wing. Back up to Cavett at the top. Over to Schlaubaugh, 17 seconds now till half. Burns. Back to Schlaubaugh, drives up to the free throw line, stops. Gives it back to Burns, 6 seconds left. Burns over to Litwiller. Litwiller just throws up a three. It's no good. So after all that work, they don't even get a good look at it. And we'll go to halftime with the Cardinals maintain a 21-point lead, up 36-15 here from Williamsburg. We'll send it back to studio for this station break. You're listening to Maquoketa Boys Basketball on KMAQ. Let's do 4 here. Let my people go. Kind of out of radio call gameplay shape, you know what?
Yeah.
Getting tongue-tied every now and then. This off time's been killer on the broadcasters too.
Hi, Sleepy.
I was going to have you come on at halftime. So AJ's 7 of 12 from three-point range. That's 21 points first half.
That's a lot of shots.
As a team, we are
All right, it's time for our annual half-court shots, so come on out.
we're 9 of 16 from three-point range. What's the math on that? It's over 50%. I know that. It's
What
almost
was it?
9 of 16.
Yeah, it's just over 50.
About almost 60%, 58% maybe.
It's all right, Dale. I'm trying to get some baseball updates here on Twitter.
At least you're not playing Candy Crush.
Oh, I should do that. That's a good idea.
Hey, there's Buddy. You should have Buddy come on. Let's get that chance to get Buddy down here. Get Buddy up here.
Where is he?
Right there. Buddy. Back here in Williamsburg, and Chad, three-pointers in that first half. We're just kind of talking amongst ourselves here, but A.J. Becker was 7 of 12 from three-point range here in that first half to lead the Cardinals with 21 points. And
Yeah,
overall as a team, 9 of 16 to three-point range, almost 58% from behind the line. So if we keep that going in the second half, good things are going to happen.
Yeah, and you know, we don't look afraid to take a shot tonight, which is good. Just kind of keeping in the flow and chucking them up there.
So joining us for halftime here, we got a old friend of ours and everybody else in town, Buddy Atienza of Smiles on Main. And what's been going on with Friends of Good now lately? Has there been any updates through the winter months?
Yeah, their Sheets Construction is going to be doing all the contracting for that. They got everything laid down for the hills to let it settle over the winter. Right when it gets ready to thaw out, they're going to start construction. July 15th is the time it's done. I think the next event we have is a trivia night on the 22nd of March at the Centerstone Inn.
I'm looking for a team for that this year. I haven't done that yet.
Oh yeah, it's very competitive.
I want to get involved in that.
It's very competitive, so it should be a good night. It's the third year of doing it. There's it's on a Friday night. I don't think there's anything going on that night for the school. We checked it, and
You sure we
turnout.
You sure we still won't be playing basketball by then with all this makeup?
Who knows? Hopefully we get the state started by then, right?
Well, I'd hope so. But it has to do it. I don't think there's any choice since they have those dates already blacked out. There for a while, if they didn't, you'd think maybe we'd have to do basketball, baseball doubleheaders this summer,
Yeah, well, baseball season started, practices, indoors.
Well, that never stopped.
Well, I just talked to a friend of mine, Greg Jansen. He's here from in Williamsburg. He lived down the road on 80 in Marengo, and he wanted to see the Cardinals play. He told me that his boy plays for Simpson, and they're playing their first game March 6th against Iowa.
Oh, baseball?
Yeah, his son's a pitcher there. So they're going to start baseball outdoors here in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Most colleges have already started playing down south. And I know William Penn's off to a 4-0 start as they went down to Oklahoma last weekend. So scored 70-some runs in 4 games.
Whew, a powerhouse.
They were hitting home runs left and right. It was kind of impressive. But I digress. Let's get back to
Friends are good now.
Friends are
yes,
good now.
Yes. Well, we're still
the field turf will be in.
field turf.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had that.
We're still working on that. We're always taking donations and pledges. We still have like $60,000 for our anonymous donor that is still sitting out there. So we have to raise 120 more. So whatever you give is 50% more than what you originally gave. So we're going to be working on that all the way till the end until it's done.
Now, for donations, you get to do the bricks and put what you want on the bricks.
Yes. We have a donor plaza that has pavers right when you come in, and the main entrance there on the southwest side. And those will be there. They say they should last 50-plus years. So any donation you make will be something that can immortalize you for a long time, or your business, or a memory of someone. We're always taking, so we still got a lot of bricks left. A lot of $100 bricks and $500 bricks are left. I think the most we have is a 3,000 brick, and then from there it jumps up to one big one in the front in the main plaza. That is a 2-by-8 foot paver brick in the front. That's 25,000. So everything's getting sold. We need a lot of $100 bricks. So even anything helps. We have a lot of good support. We have a great community we live in. There's a lot of projects in Maquoketa, and so we're happy that this one got all the funding it needed to go through. And Mark Sheet should have it done by the 15th of July, ready for the first football game this year.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us on that.
Well, thank you guys for doing this. The community is lucky to have guys like you to do this, and it's great because it's a special year for the Cardinals, and I think everybody should give you guys a hand for doing this, and big donations too, right? For better equipment.
Well, that's coming down the line.
Okay.
We'll be discussing.
Maybe we can find anonymous donors for you guys.
We'll be discussing that at a later time, buddy. All right, buddy at the ends, everyone.
All right, thanks you
buddy.
guys. Go Cards.
Well, with that, teams are back up, warming up on the court. We'll send it back to the studio for a break. Come back with the second half. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals boys basketball on KMAQ. Let's do 2 again. Huh? With MCSN on your pom-pom? All right, let's have a baseball game in the fourth quarter, okay? Baseball players. Caden and Cannon should be able to get some shots up tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids run out of opportunities to even score this season.
Ooh.
And back here, Williamsburg already started the second half here. As Williamsburg with the ball. Weldon with the miss from the baseline. Rebounded by A.J. Becker. Quickly up ahead, Kane Kopp, who's going to lay it in for an easy 2. That'll make the lead. Well, quickly back court the other way. Wetjen finds Thurm underneath, and he'll get an easy layup out of the deal. Both teams going helter-skelter, fast pace. Kane Kopp with the 3, no good, too long. Draven Williams with the rebound. And going to have a foul called on Caden Atienza on the defensive end against Wetchen. Williamsburg will throw in front of their own bench.
What do we got here? Warm cookies?
Where?
Right down here.
You found some
I
cookies?
see people with 3 plates. It looks like
Oh.
looks like some warm cookies.
Meanwhile,
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
Meanwhile, back at the basketball game, Chad. This is popcorn gate all over again. I can feel it. Raiders to inbound. Litwiller.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to do DeWitt's cake auction.
Wetchen with a 3, no good. Rebounded by Draven Williams for the offensive board. Litwiller drives the lane, stops up in front of Macklin, too hard off the glass. AJ had the defensive rebound, and Litwiller took it right away from him. Now Shanahan tries to return the favor.
Ooh, that's a tough foul.
And who we got a foul on?
24.
Is it going to be on Weldon? Yeah, it'll be on Weldon of Williamsburg, so.
He actually had the ball.
Well, the official that called the foul
Was
was,
on the other
was on the
side.
other side
Yeah, I
behind
guess.
everything, so I don't see how he saw him. Now Connor Becker loads up, throws the pitch. It's down to A.J. Becker, stops, pops for 3, knocks another down, has a smile on his face for Connor for the big thank you for the assist. And he's feeling it tonight, you can tell.
You can tell, yeah.
Got 24 now, 8 of 13 from three-point range. Been quiet for quite a while as far as big game performances, but you could tell he had that eye of the tiger look coming out here tonight. Draven Williams will throw up a 3 for Williamsburg. He'll get it to knock down. And Williamsburg will try and do some full court pressure. AJ's going to stop and pop. Heat check time. 25-footer, no good. Rebounded by Wetchen. Weldon will get it in the far left baseline. No good. Rebound comes out to Litwiller. Gets it into Thurm. Kicks it back out to Litwiller. Williams has it now. Gives it off to the right wing to Litwiller. And he picks up his dribble and kept the momentum, kept going, and he's going to turn it over on the travel.
Yeah, the last big game I remember AJ having was Clinton.
He had 27 that night, 28, somewhere in there. Shouldn't say night, it was afternoon.
We'll get to go back to Clinton next Wednesday.
For the girls' district game, yep.
Yeah.
Clinton River Queens against Maquoketa. AJ's going to take it. No, this one's going to be blocked, though, as Thurm came out on it. Raiders quickly back the other way. Wetchen's going to get a 3 attempt off. No good. Rebounded by Weldon. Kane Kopp come away with a rebound. Weldon stayed down there, got in his way, and going to get the foul.
He was really throwing that hip there. Retaliation for the missed shot.
I like how the Cardinals have just come out here tonight and just let it all hang out and just letting it fly. Kane Kopp with the 3, no good. That's going to be tapped out by Nicholas Alinger. Back to Kopp for the offensive rebound. And Nathan Waters tries to get it back to Kane Kopp. Wetchen snuck in front, stole it, and going to get an easy layup down on the other end.
Yeah. And it's the defensive end where they just look like a different team tonight.
Kane Kopp loads up for 3 from the left wing, buries it. That'll be his second 3-point tonight. He's 2 for 5 from behind the arc. You know, Burns has it down in the right corner, being guarded by Kane. Cross-court pass to Litwiller. He's able to get up high enough to keep it from going out of bounds. Williams at top of the key. Down low to Sturm against Kane Kopp. And they're going to get Thurm with a travel before they decide who they're going to call the foul on, because Kane definitely flopped on that one.
I thought he actually traveled when he first got the ball in turn, too. But
I didn't know. I don't think they were going to give Kane the charging call on that one.
He kind of flopped on that one.
Alinger pops out back over to Kane Kopp on the left wing. Now they're going to swing it to the right side. Macklin's going to swing it back left. A.J. Becker knocks another one down from 3. That's his 9th. Williams over to Wetjen. 49-24 Cardinals. 25-point lead. 3:09 to go in third quarter. Litwiller back to Wetjen. Top of the 3 from the key. And he knocks one down for the Raiders. It's only their second three-pointer of the evening for the Williamsburg as a team. Turnover by the Cardinals on the offensive end. And Kane Kopp, I think. Yep, Kane Kopp's going to pick up a defensive foul. Williamsburg will inbound right below us, front of their bench. Schlaubaugh will check back in for Raiders, along with Weldon and Cavett. Williams, Litwiller, and Wetjen will go to the bench. With 2:50 to go in the third quarter, Cardinals leading 49-27 here in Williamsburg. Weldon over to Burns on the right wing, back to Weldon, swings it over to Cavett in the left wing. Weldon at top of the key, drops it into Thurm. Swing pass over to Schlaubaugh for 3 on the right wing, knocks it down, assist to Thurm.
Update on the girls' score, they're down 34-18 at half.
Macklin Shanahan's going to drive the lane and going to get a foul on Williamsburg. It's going to be on Gabe Schlaubaugh. Be his first, team's third in the second half. Connor Becker checks back in for Kane Kopp. He'll finally get a breather. Shanahan throws it into AJ. AJ got a big height advantage of Schlaubaugh as they're going into 2-3 zone, it looks like now. Shanahan to Becker, Connor Becker it is, back on top AJ. He's got Cavett and Schlaubaugh trying to play defense on him. Swing pass over to Alinger, three-pointer off the mark. Cavett trying to get control of the ball. We're going to get Nathan Waters, I think, on the reach. Yep.
I was just looking ahead here a little bit, Dale.
Looking ahead to what?
Tomorrow, so the boys play West Delaware. And I see West Delaware played last night against Clear Creek Amana, tonight against Vinton Shellsburg, and then tomorrow against us.
I don't think they played last night at Clear Creek.
Oh, didn't they play?
I don't think so, no. I think it got postponed again.
Oh, that's true.
Raiders, Cavett on offense, left wing, being guarded by AJ. Now over to Weldon, and Weldon's going to have it go out of bounds. They're going to say it's off Macklin Shanahan, and Cannon Coakley's going to check in.
Hey.
So an early check-in for the baseball player.
Yeah.
Baseball player / quarterback. Well, it's time to get some of these younger guys some experience now, you know. And this boys team's gonna play 4 games in 5 nights, barring any more weather issues.
Yeah,
so gonna have to save some legs here and there. Draven Williams will pull up at the free throw line with a jumper and knock it down. Now make it 49-32 with 1:27 to go. A.J. Becker, he'll stop and pop him at the free throw line and hit on his first field goal inside the arc. That'll give him, let's see, I'm no math major, but I think he's got 29.
That's what the board says.
Cavett with the turnover. You know, I just noticed now that there's even a scoreboard over there that tells you who's in the game and how many points they have.
Come on, Dale.
I'm serious. I've been doing it myself. AJ, deep three from about 30. Nothing but net. And I'm going to have to start pulling out the record sheet that Jack gave me. He's got to be close to the most three-pointers in the game. That's his 10th.
Oh, yeah, he probably, yeah.
I know scoring record's 48. He's got 32 right now with almost a full quarter to go. I don't know if he'll see the full quarter, but ball goes out of bounds off the Cardinals. Williamsburg will maintain possession and throw in. 50 seconds left till the end of the third. Finally get it into Burns in the corner. He's being guarded by Connor. Stops in the lane. Looking for an outlet. Nobody there. Just throws one up. Caden Atienza with the rebound, and we're going to get Weldon with the foul. So the Cardinals to inbound. 39 seconds left in the third quarter, up 54-32. It's only both teams with 4 team fouls each. Kane gives it off to Coakley. Over to Atienza, back to Kane. AJ pops out, another 27-footer, no good. Rebounded by Cavett. Schlaubaugh tries to dump it in to Weldon. Caden Atienza is able to get the mitt in there.
Warning.
And now we're going to have a warning as they stop play. Warning on the Williamsburg bench. Because he wanted a foul call, I think, on Caden. They kind of had some contact down there, but didn't get it. Showed some frustration. Understandable. So the Cardinals have 12.5 seconds left. Shanahan will come back in. Nathan Waters comes back in. Atienza and Coakley head to the bench. We'll see what get AJ up for another three. Oh, it's gonna. They tried to mesh over there in their little handoff deal, and it goes out of bounds off AJ's hand. So turnover Cardinals. Atienza will come back in. Coakley has come back in.
Offensive, defensive substitution.
Yeah, just trying to save for not getting a cheap foul, I guess, on either player. Burns is going to get off a heave for three. No good. It hits off the backboard, and that'll end the third quarter. Cardinals leading here in Williamsburg, 54-32. We'll send it back to the studio for these messages. You're listening to Maquoketa Cardinals basketball on KMAQ. Let's do two.
Oh, look who's getting ready to check in.
I got to find those records.
I'd say we got more fans here tonight than they do too.
Most three-point goals attempted.
It looks like we're going to be going with Alinger, Scott, Wydell, Coakley, and Waters.
He's broke the record already.
What was it before?
9. Held by Peyton River, 2012. He was 9 of 10.
Okay.
So he's beaten that by 1.
Red hot.
No, it's blue ice.
Yeah, that's a. Oh.
Hey, he hit like 3 threes here in his sophomore year in this building. I made sure he remembered that before he left the house.
Oh.
Oh.
Good defense by the Cardinals.
And back here at Williamsburg, we're just underway. 7:51 to go in the game. Into the game for the Cardinals is number 32, Caden Scott, for the first time, along with Clayton Wydell's back in, Cannon Coakley, Nicholas Alinger, and Nathan Waters on the court right now. Waters, Alinger back to Scott. Finds Coakley in the corner. It's going to be short. Nathan Waters trying to get the offensive rebound, and it's going to hit off the baseline.
I want Cannon's perfect shooting percentage on the year.
Well, you should have told him before he left the house not to shoot. Don't you go over those kind of things?
No.
Williamsburg with possession. Their normal starting fives in the game at the moment. 54-30, down 54-32. Weldon, a three from top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Clayton Wydell. Nicholas Alinger will bring it up court. Wide open on the baseline's Cannon. He's just going to dribble it out.
Yeah.
Nicholas and Caden Scott on top on the offense. Caden's going to dribble. And there'll be a foul called on Weldon, it looks like, as Caden pump fake and dribbled. And, yep, they're going to call Weldon with the hold.
You know what's throwing me off, Dale, is that upper area over there. They keep turning the lights on and off, and I
Really?
keep thinking part of the gym lights are going out.
I've always thought that this big TV screen, it always has a white screen on it half the time and flickers
yeah.
because they change the
Yeah,
ads on it.
yeah.
That's a big screen back there. But
That can mess you up a little bit, too.
next dead ball, remind me we've got to take care of some personal business on records.
Okay.
Aylinger, cross-court pass. Coakley for three. No good, just off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Nathan. Scott,
Ooh.
he had a look,
He
but
had
he
a
gave
look.
it up to Aylinger.
Yeah, he had a shot.
He hasn't scored yet
look
this
down low
season.
to Clayton.
He hasn't scored yet this season, and I know I don't need to be the proud dad, but I just like him to score once.
Right, oh, yeah.
Running out of opportunities. I know where his bread's buttered. not in the basketball court. Clayton Waddell will go to the line. Misses the first free throw. Emmett Sheets will check in. Connor Becker comes back in, and Caden and Nathan and Nicholas Aylinger will head to the bench. Caden Etienne's is back in as well. So before, as I was trying to say, as Clayton misses the second free throw, rebounded by a third. There was a record broken here tonight by A.J. Becker with 10 three-pointers. That breaks the old record of 9 three-pointers in a game by Peyton River against Benton Community back on January 20th, 2012. So congratulations,
Yeah,
A.J.
Congratulations, A.J.
Another record for A.J. in the record book. 10 three-pointers tonight. Looks like he probably won't get back in, so he's going to finish with 32 on the night unless for some reason they do bring him back in. Meanwhile, we had a foul on Clayton Wydell. So Caden Wetchen will go to the line. Makes the first. And ball's going to rattle around and drop for the second. Make it with 6:13 left in the game. 54-34 Cardinals. Emmett Sheets tried to get a cross-court pass, picked off by Wetchen.
Well, I just kind of noticed something here, Dylan.
And Litwiller.
This
with
might
the
be
clock.
a little bit of what the team's going to look like next year.
Yeah, very, very true. This is most of the sophomores and juniors that we have, and this more than likely will be your starting five next year, barring any unforeseen things. Draven Williams for Williamsburg will knock down a three.
Well, here comes the...
And that'll make it 54-39 with 5:44 to go. And AJ, Kane, and Macklin are going to come back in, stem the tide a little bit. Don't want to let them get any more closer. So we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Maquoketa Boys Basketball on KMAQ. Now let's go two again. So that cord in there, you just jar it a little bit, it locks up, huh?
Must. I'm using the old cord though. Yeah, but I was out just a little bit, so it must have come out.
Yeah. Really got Kate at the front of the bench at least. All right. Let's get busy again, boys. And back here at Williamsburg. And A.J. Becker had driven to baseline and gotten fouled, and he had gone in line and made 2 free throws. So it's 56-39, 5:27 to go in the game here from Williamsburg. Raiders with the ball on offense, and going to have a blocking foul on Connor Becker against Litwiller. So Litwiller will go to the line. Knocks down the first. And hits the second. Shanahan quickly up ahead to Kane Kopp. That worked out. He tried to throw cross court to AJ, hits the rim, it bounces right in Caden at the end of his lap for a layup. Do I give an assist to Kane on that one? I think I will.
Yeah.
With the rim helper. Atienza is going to rebound the miss by Wetchen on the other end. And trying to go too quickly up the court. It's going to be knocked away. It's going to stay Cardinal ball. They'll inbound underneath their own basket as it's knocked out by Williamsburg. Macklin to inbound. Try to get in Connor Becker. It's picked off again by Wetchen. Gives it off to Cavett, and he's going to go between Kane and Connor and get 2 points off the glass. Now we're going to have a foul as full court defense of Williamsburg as Zach Litwiller will pick up the personal. Looks like Macklin Shanahan will be the one going to the line with 4:47 to go, 58-43. Cardinals on top. Macklin's 4 of 5 from the line tonight. Misses the first. Rebounded by Burns of the Raiders. Tries to drive the lane. Short on the layup. Rebounded by AJ. And he's getting double teamed and has to get rid of it over to Caden Atienza. Gets it right back, drives the lane, and Graven Williams is going to block it, but Burns was there on the baseline and drew the charge against AJ. Another turnover against the Cardinals. Williamsburg will take possession. Wetchen hands it off to Cavett. Cavett gives it back to Wetchen in the far left corner. Cross-court pass to the right wing to Litwiller. Burns does flashes down the post. Kicks it back out to Graven Williams for 3. No good. Rebounded by AJ. Shanahan will set the offense. Gives up to Kane Kopp. Works around 2 screens. Off to AJ. Deep 3. Short. Shanahan's able to rebound it and knock it off of Burns, and Cardinals will retain possession on the offensive end. Kane Kopp now over to AJ Becker. Caden Atienza kicks it back out to Connor. Back over to AJ, left wing. Finally finds another one and adds to the school record. Has 11 three-pointers on the evening. And 37 points overall. Burns, three-point attempt on this end for Williamsburg, no good. Rebounded by AJ. King Kopp drives the lane, drops a dime to Caden Atienza, and he has 2 Raiders all over his back. So Atienza will go to the line. They're going to call it on Burns. That'll be his second personal. Team's 9th. Caden will shoot 2 as he was going up for the layup. And Caden will miss the first free throw. Coach Matt is telling him, get your arm up. Get more arc. And he'll rattle in the second free throw. So a 3:03 to go here in Williamsburg. Cardinals back up to a 19-point lead, 62-43. Nicholas Aylinger, Clayton Wydell check in. So you got Aylinger, AJ, Clayton, Macklin, and Kane. In for the Raiders, first time. Aylinger is going to get a rebound off the Wiegand three-point attempt as he's come back in for the first time since the first quarter. Kane Kopp shoots a three, misses. AJ is going to go deep from 30 again, no good. And it's going to be rebounded by the Raiders. Because now I got to kind of reset, Chad, as everybody's emptying benches now left and right. Wiegand on senior night for the senior is going to knock down a three.
Smile after that.
AJ is going to try another three, knock another down. That'll give him 12 on the night. Grand total of 40 points. He's only 8 away from the school record of most points in the game, too. I'd almost leave him in at this point and let him go for it. Thurm gets it down low. There's going to be a foul called on Clayton. I think he's going to end up coming out again. Foul's going to be on Clayton Wydell. As Chase Grunwald is going to enter for the first time for the Cardinals. Emmett Sheets will come back in along with Cannon Coakley. Thurm makes the first free throw. He's able to complete both free throws for Thurm for the Raiders. Makes it 65-48, 146. The Raiders have emptied their bench. Cardinals got the sophomore contingent along with AJ still in. Shoots another three, buries another one. He's now 5 points from the school record. I think you let him go for it, but I don't know if he's gonna have enough time. Quentin Hubby's gonna come to the scorer's table. James Linden as well. AJ's gonna get a steal on the other end. And now he's going to take a timeout. He's going to take AJ out. 43 points, so he's going to fall 5 points away from the school record, but that's 13 three-pointers made in this game. So that'll be the new Cardinal boys record for most three-pointers made in a game. Will be 13 by AJ Becker. So he'll check out with 43 points on the night. Cardinals give it up on their offensive line. Now you got the Raiders on offense, and Schlabaugh's in there with other bench kids. Number 23 is going to get a three-point shot attempt off. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Williamsburg, and number 34, Noah Hack, knocks down a three. It gets a big ovation from the home crowd. Quentin Hubby now with the ball in the offensive end. He's going to try and get down James Linden. It's going to go out of bounds. So you got James Linden, Emmett Sheets, Cannon Coakley, Chase Grunwald, and Quentin Hubby in the game for the Cardinals. Schlabaugh. Give it off to Delamuth, number 23. And number 34, Noah Hack. He's going to get a quick 5 points. He's going to get a layup. He's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play, as he was fouled on the play by Chase Grunwald. Hack completes the three-point play. Caden Scott will come in. Emmett Sheets will go out. Scott will inbound to Coakley. Coakley will drive the lane. Gives over to Chase Grunwald. He's in trying to drive in the lane. Back out to Scott. 15 seconds to go. Does a crossover. Gives it off to Cannon. Cannon drives the lane. Back to Scott. Three-point attempt to be way short and off to the right. Tried to rush it, and that'll go out of bounds to the Williamsburg. With 5 seconds left, that's going to do it here. The scoreboard's going to look a lot closer than what it was, huh, Chad?
Yeah, it is. And really, from the beginning, I thought we kind of controlled this game.
But all in all, school record was broken. 13 three-pointers for A.J. Becker on his way to 43 points. He does fall 5 points shy of tying the all-time school record for most points in the game, held by Rich O'Hara. But either way, it'll be Cardinals will go to 16-2, and we'll come back here after these messages to wrap things up from Williamsburg here with Maquoketa Cardinals boys basketball on KMAQ. Let's just do two. We'll do a quick wrap up and pack it up. I was going to try and get Matt and AJ up here. Just give me two. 68-54. Careful. And back here to wrap things up in Williamsburg, Maquoketa Cardinals go to 16-2 on the season. Williamsburg will fall to 5-15. 68-54 Cardinal victory. And Chad's story of the night is A.J. Becker, who went off 43 points.
Yeah, he had a big night. You could tell he was feeling it early. He was taking shots well beyond the arc and dropping them. So, yeah, you could just tell he felt good. And he just kept shooting.
School record, 13 three-pointers made in one game. Breaks the old record of 9 that was held by Peyton River back in 2012. So not a lot of scoring for the rest of the Cardinals. They really didn't need to, as A.J. picked up most of the slack. Macklin Shannon did finish with 11. Kane Kopp with 8. Connor Becker with 1. And Caden Atienza with 3.
Connor had 4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, he made a 3 early on. I saw it on a big board here. He had 4.
Oh, so then, yeah, he would have 4.
Caden Atienza had how many?
I have him for 3.
3, okay.
Field goal and a free throw.
He does so much defensively, though, to down low. And
well, defensively, the Cardinals were a lot better tonight, that's for sure. They kind of got back to that aggressiveness, and they were really overplaying the passing lanes and looking to intercept and head the other way, and it was successful.
And you could just tell tonight, early on, I thought we just looked like a more athletic team. Our matchups were a lot better tonight, so.
Well, since we have a long drive ahead and we got to be back on the air here in about, 14 hours or so?
Yeah.
We'll wrap things up here. Once again, Cardinals victorious, 68-54 over Williamsburg here in the Williamsburg gym. A.J. Becker goes for 43 to lead the Cardinals. Join us tomorrow as we'll have the Maquoketa girls over at DeWitt Central against the Sabres.
Yeah, we'll try and so the wrestling districts are going on there
They'll
too.
be going on about the same time.
Yeah, so
we'll try and get an update.
Yeah, we'll try to get live updates as we're going there and keep everybody up to speed on all Cardinal athletics tomorrow. So
As that'd be Abe Mickle at 182 going for a trip to state. 195 Liam Onen. And at 285 heavyweight Taven Rich. All three Maquoketa Cardinals will be in DeWitt wrestling, trying to earn a trip to the state tournament in Des Moines for Maquoketa. That's at DeWitt. Starts at noon. And then Maquoketa boys be back in action tomorrow night against Williamsburg, or not Williamsburg, West Delaware.
Yep.
In the Maquoketa home gym at 6 p.m. for the boys.
Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and hope you tune in again tomorrow.
For Chad Coakley, I'm Dale Scott. Have a good night. Once again, Cardinals victorious. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.